What is up, guys? Steve was sketching things. Out running errands because I'm not working today because of the weather. This effing wind. First it was mud and rain and more mud and more rain. Now it's 4 freaking days of wind. That would have been enough to get this bin jacked up. I just want to cry. I want to cry. Just out running errands. Just dropped off a bottle of whiskey to the dealer who was also the crane, brought the crane out. If you watch the Instagram stories or whatever, it was so muddy. It was so, and the farmer, it was a combination. The farmer just put down, he said like 4 or 5 inches of new dirt because he likes everything smooth. Well, do that after the construction crew is gone, right? So it was a giant shithole, and then where they had to dig the footing out around the bin, the concrete guys, these are the best I've ever seen. I love them. They do great work. Their pads are great compared to a lot of others, but they've gotten lazy the last couple of years when they're packing that down. A lot of times now they just push that earth back in and drive around with their Bobcat instead, and it makes it like a sinkhole, so I can't get anywhere. It makes it tough to walk around the pad when it's super wet, and I can't get that telehandler close so I can get those rafters up in the air. So the dealer brought his crane out. So, I said, what kind of, we've always do favors, I'll do favors for him. He does favors for me. Like I'll unload trucks for him and when we're on site. And I said, hey, just what kind of whiskey you drink? Because I knew he was pretty specific, and he just said Pendleton. And I said, is there a certain Pendleton? And so I went and bought him the biggest bottle of Pendleton I could find. It was only $51. So not a bad deal for a couple hours of crane work if you know what cranes cost. So now I'm not running errands, like I said. Getting all my wife's shit done. So before we go on vacation next week, and I don't know, depending on what the weather's doing, it's going to be one of those vacations again where the family might go without me, and then I'll just pull the camper down Friday or Saturday if we can work. Just depends what the weather's doing. So yeah, I had to go to the bank, go to the post office, stop with the mail, shit like that. Went to the bank. I don't know, the lobby was closed for some reason. People are just fucking rude sometimes. So I didn't know. So I walk up to the bank and just needed a roll of quarters. And locked, and it says lobby's closed. As I'm walking back to my truck, a lady pulls in. We're the only 2 in the parking lot. And, I don't want to scream at her. As I'm walking close, wanting to get closer to her. And as I get close enough so I don't have to yell, "Hey, the bank's," I just said, "Hey, the lobby's closed." And she goes, "Oh, thank you." And then hurries into her vehicle so she can beat me to the drive-through, which I just thought was I don't know, one of those weird, rude kind of things. I was obviously here long. I don't know. I was the polite one who told you so you didn't have to walk all the way up. And then she had a deposit bag. So I waited in line for 10 fucking minutes behind her. I was just I just thought that was weird. I thought it was kind of weird and kind of funny. Got a knife coming today. So there, squirrel. Denise sent me a couple patches. Thank you, Denise. That was awesome. A Barefoot Bruiser one and a Donnie Blessed patch. And Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, but can you see how we're trying to turn the corner here? This dude's going 3 miles an hour. What is going on? But I got home from work the other night, and my wife's like, you got some mail from a lady named Denise. I'm like, she's like, who's Denise? And I'm like, oh, don't worry. She's just, she's a cool knife chick. But, your wife's just like, what's going on here? And you have to explain that, no, she likes knives. She knows Donnie. She knows Dave. My wife's like, I hope I don't start getting mail from random strange men. So there's that. I got a knife coming in today. I'll probably put the unboxing up tomorrow. I'll probably put this video up first. So if you guys see this, and I'll mention it in the video, if someone wants it, I'll probably sell it unless like I fall in love with it, which I probably won't. It was a knife. My buddy called. There's a drop, and my buddy called me the other day and really wanted one of these. So I said, oh, you know, I can help you. We'll both go for it, and you know, if you miss out and I get one, you know, whatever. So it just so happens I've done this for him before, and we both scored the freaking knife. How you know, he wanted that black Stealth Strider PT a couple years ago, and we both got one. Same fucking thing this time. So I don't know if I'll keep it or not. Once what was lost is now found. If you remember my tragic knife story from a couple years ago when we moved, 3 knives got thrown away along with some other stuff. A brand new Medford Fat Daddy, a Medford Fighter Flipper, a Strider SMF Tanto, a Grimsmo Saga pen, pair of Oakleys, pair of truck keys, this and that. And what happened is we were moving, and I had just got home, and I dumped shit. Everything of mine always was in the garage on this, I don't know, not a table, but like as you come into the house, there's like a shelf or whatever. And we were moving, and all that stuff got put in, and my wife even remembered putting it into a box, and then my dirty, nasty work hat got thrown on top, and then everything just got pitched because someone thought it was garbage. Well, it was weird because there were 3 knives that I couldn't, like I said, the Fighter Flipper, the brand new Fat Daddy, and the Strider, and I always carry like 2 at work. And I remembered the week before I had been carrying the Fighter Flipper, and the Strider, and I had just gotten this Fat Daddy. It was right after we'd gotten back from vacation, and I hadn't carried the Fat Daddy at work yet. And I still remember the 2 bins we were working on, and all this, and I had just started carrying the Fat Daddy because I had slipped and fallen, and I was like, I fell on the knife, and it was big and chunky. I was like, God damn it, that hurt. But yesterday, I always wondered, I thought, God, did I just leave the Fat Dad or the Fighter Flipper out there, and it just got pitched too? Because like I said, everything that was in that area got fucking tossed. But I've also been missing a Strider knife case, right? Those zippered knife pouches. I knew I had 5 of them, and I had not been able to find one forever, and I just thought it was crazy. Yesterday, my daughter FaceTimes me while we're at work, and I didn't answer because I was doing something. I got FaceTimed her back, and she's like, "We found your knives." I'm like, "What?" I was like, my wife was behind her. I'm like, "Am I in trouble? I haven't bought any knives. I wasn't trying to hide anything, you know." Medford Fighter Flipper, 2 years. It's been sitting in a SOE zipper pouch. I don't know where it was tucked away in something, and I was like, oh. They're like, are you? I said, yeah, I am happy. But you still threw away 2 others and all this. Well, I know those are gone, because those, my wife even said she remembered everything that was in that area. Because like I said, the pen, so, I don't know, maybe they'll show up in 2 more years, but I'm fairly certain that those 2 are gone. But hey, to get one of them back after 2 years, and I've almost bought a Fighter Flipper again a couple times. I really like this knife. It doesn't look like it would be comfortable or carry good. It's actually pretty freaking awesome knife. 3V PVD. I use this one at work a lot, so it's going back on the job. Got a chip in the blade where I tried to cut through concrete. But yeah, so that's kind of cool, because I have almost bought one of these a couple times. That's how much I've missed it. And I have them because they are expensive, but you can find them fairly cheap on the secondary market. That's all I got there, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.